Hello everyone, I hope you're doing great. In this video, we'll talk about 4 helpful SAP UI5 extension for VS Code, which actually helps which helps our developer community in developing SAP UI5 apps at a very quick pace. And in case you have any other suggestions, extensions which you find which actually help us in increasing the productivity of our developers, please feel free to add it into the comment sections, and will be great for everyone. So for example, the first one which I have is you go to this extension and you type here SAP5 extension, right? And you see this one. So this is a very famous one. We are going to first look at this SAP EF5 extension. So for this, and to see it in action, let's go here, right? And let's just, maybe this is standard app generated by Human. Let's say I open a controller, right? And what's if I want to go to the view? I have to click here, go to that place. Rather than that, you just press F3, you are in the view. And if you are in the view, you want to go to the controller, press F3, you are in the controller, right? So which is very nice. Good. Okay, next one. So for example, in the view I want to add some button, so you can do is type this and press control space button, right? And if you press enter, it will get everything for you. So once you see everything is here, and you can choose accordingly. Now the next one, which is a very important one or very helpful one, is for example this text for which you want to create a I-18N entry, right? So all you need to do is like this one, press F4, whatever you want to name, plus enter. You can choose anything for this, right? Let's say it is a description one. Okay, it automatically adds it here, right? And it automatically adds it here also. So it's very useful. So F3 is to switch between controller and view, F4 is to add I-18N, right? Very good. Next one. So for example, if we open a controller and if I'm adding here SAP/m/button, right? Let's say this class, and I have not added the parameters under function. All you need to do is press F5, it automatically adds it, right? So that's also very nice and shortcut for us, right? And for example, this view, this class name, you're not aware what class it is, and you want to have it as a shortcut to add it, all you need to do is press F6 and it adds it. So it adds the class name com.myapp as controller main view, right? So it's very simple and straightforward. Now coming to the next one, uh, let's say this is our controller, and here is a UI5 Explorer view which clearly tells you what all is there. These are our methods. For example, if I just copy paste this and I name it as 2 3 comma and event, and here, and if I just press save, you can clearly see what all is there and what all is a pass, but all parameters are being passed. So this explorer actually helps us. This in fact is also very good for our UI5 explorer, for good for our view X in the hierarchical kind of a view, right? You can use this also, and even this one is okay. So this one you can use, right? Good. Next one, for example, in our controller, right, I am saying this dot get model. Okay, now you must be wondering from where this get model is coming, right? So all you need to do is press control click, it takes you the base class, and you see there's a get model defined, right? Let's do this. For example, if I say where a, right, a b c, and console.log a, I copy this, right? And if I want to see its definition, control, you press the control button, click definition. You want to see its where use list, press the control button, click, it shows you that okay, this is used here, there, and there, right? It's just like in ABAP we used to do this, right? So it is very useful where you can use this control click to use the definition as well as the where use list. Next thing, for example, you want to view a UML diagram of this document, so all you need to do is press control shift P, or in an iOS it could be command, right? And you open this menu, you choose UI5 colon generate UML class diagram for current document. It is generated, and let me just bring it down, and you see this, it is here. So if I just double click, you need another extension for Draw.io, and it will automatically show you the structure of your the whole class and all, right? And what if I want to generate for the whole project? Plus again this, choose class diagram for whole project. This is here, and do a right click, preview current diagram, another extension to view this file plant UML. And let me just make it close all. And if you just look at it, there's a base class, different methods, right? A property formatter, then here's this another class, right? And then if you see here, there's a component, right? Then there are models, and here is your test one. It's very nice and helpful one, right? So this is how, there are many other things which SAP UI5 extension does, but these are one of few of the important ones. Next one is VS Code UI5 API reference. This is also very important, right? So what it does is, as soon as you install it, you get an added button here. Click on it. For example, you want to search about button, you enter, and you get all the buttons. You click here on the button, it shows you the different methods, constructors, and everything, or properties, events. Otherwise you'll have to go to that ui5.sap.com. but eventually, once you are through with your beginner level, where you have understood stuff, now you have the habit of understanding what documentation is, I think now it makes sense to use this. This is a very important one, I'll say. Next one is a VS Code UI5 OData mock generator. This is like, normally you have your OData services whose XML you have, right? But whose metadata you have, but you want to generate the OData, dummy OData for it. How do you do that? So that is where this OData mock generator helps us, right? So all you need to do is, first let me then open the Northwind. So I have opened this v3 metadata, right? And this is the whole metadata looks like. We would love to generate a test data for this OData service. You can use any of your OData also. So what I will do is that there are two things. One is metadata path, which we will, because we are not storing this metadata XML file, although we can store it and then generate it. We'll update this because our structure is more likely UI module web app, right? So let me just go to preferences, settings, and metadata path, and here you can provide the URL, right? So I will provide this URL from which you need to generate, and then I will say I need mock data also. Where it should be stored is UI module, right? And inside UI module you have web app, then this, correct. So now all I need to do is just run Control Shift P or Command 1 and choose generate OData mock data. It says that is generated, and if I see local service folder, and you see there are advertisements, persons, and everything is there, right? So it clearly creates metadata for a demo. So it's a very helpful app. So this is the third one. Fourth, not an app extension, the fourth extension, which is very important, or the most important one, is, which I feel is I believe many of you might be using it, must be using it, right? Fiori Tools Guide Extension Pack. So this is extension pack by which this XML toolkit, which where you were seeing on the left hand side the XML var was coming, it was coming from here, and other Fiori tools and everything is automatically installed. So how we can use it is, for example, let me create another folder, test, right? And or maybe let's just simply go ahead and press Control Shift P, right? And then I say Fiori open application generator. I want to generate an application, right? So if I just close this, and this. So what it will does is it will open up a template wizard. For example, can what happened? Yes. So it depends on what kind of a app you want to create. For example, Fury Elements or Fury Style. I'll say Fury Style, Fury Freestyle, not Fury Style. I'll say Freestyle. And under Freestyle, it asks you whether work list, Fury Master. I'll say work list. You also have an option of custom one. So I'll choose work list, and then you need to configure your data source. So for example, I say connect to a no data service. What is the URL? This one. I'm using the same one, right? I think we need v4 because can v no v2 it works with, not v4. So I believe it is v2. Yes, so I'll use this one. And yes, what do you want to display in the list? I want to display products. What is the key ID? Which is object ID? Let's say again this object number, again ID. Unit of measure is what do I choose? None. Object number, let me choose something else, maybe price. Next. How do you want the title to be? You can configure this also, advanced options. You can configure the theme, version, whatever, right? And then it will automatically generate an app for you. So this is very powerful. This is one of the way of generating a custom SAP UI5 app, right? If you can see, this is already created. It is also up and running. So it has views, controllers, everything automatically generated. It is installing the dependencies. And in case if you have chosen Fury Elements app rather than Fury UI5 SAP UI5 custom one, what it does is it also provide you, for example, if I choose list report object page, I say next, I say connect to a no data service. There are other options also. Then I say next, I say main entities products, navigation is to categories, next, and let it be project 2. And what else you need? You don't need, you say just finish, right? So it will create a Fury element app where you, which is also rightly, you know, in action. You can develop it at a super fast pace. And then amazing thing is, I'll tell you what is amazing thing. The amazing thing is, in case you need to extend that app, so for that what has been provided is a Fury open guided development. Because there are, so so what you will do is you'll choose your project, okay, and it shows you, okay, if you want to add a custom extension to a page, if you want to add a custom filter, you click on it, then it tells you, you start the guide, what do you want to do, you want to tell the fragment file name. It's like it's like so simple, right? And in case there's so many things, right, based on what kind of a project it is. In case you want to reorder columns in the table, let's say, right, it also tells you what columns you want to keep it where, for example this way, right? So these are the, I think you can explore it further. So these are the four most important project SAP UI5 extension in VS Code, most helpful one. And I hope you also, it also helps you in improving your developer productivity. And I hope you learned something new. And in case you liked it, just press the like button, share it with people so that they also learn. And in case you have suggestions for any extension which I am not aware about, or which you want everyone to know, feel free to add it in the comment. Thank you so much. Till then, keep watching, keep sharing. Bye bye.